a different style like character that I don't normally do, but her name's Lair or Lair or it's layer as in like multiple layers type, but it's spelled differently. So we're going to view. We're not possessed. It's got its framework. It's very basic, cartoony-esque style robot. But as you can see, the eyes move around. When you possess it, it gets a body. Anatomically, a couple of bumps on the chest for breast, and that's about it. All the rest is the same. Now, while you're possessed, you can touchpad to switch back to the robotic. I'm still tweaking on what's going to go where on the under in the thingy, like whether it's going to be shiny. I'm not 100% sure yet. But the overall shape's done. It's not going to get much more detail than that. Things like the computer chip on the pelvis there, the radiator on the back with the vents, and on the chest. They're shaped. They're good. But I don't know whether they're going to add more what they call guiblies or squib details. That I'm not sure about. Like, am I going to add extra plugs, leads, that sort of shit? Not sure yet. But at the moment, the puppet isn't that special. It's got the eyes that look around. They're automatically just every now and then left, right, up, down, and sort of stuff. The puppet itself has no major functions except for the fact it's got a jog and it's got a sneak. Now the sneak is still not 100%, it's just slightly squatted and moves slower. The pose itself is going to be a little bit further down and more of a I'm sneaking style pose. The knee joints on the robot section are still not 100%, but they're pretty good. On the human section, they're pretty good. It uses a multi-layer system, hence why it's called Lair. This here is the actual puppet. All that stuff is placed on top. They can actually be removed. So if you go into like edit, go to view all these like outer layers, as you can see everything's placed here like this. You can grab the layer and move just the layer out. Then it's not an actual, like I normally sculpt it as the base, but this has a base and a thing. It has touchpad toggles that wire in it, but if you've got, for example, that and you push R3, now when I depossess it, it stays as human. If I R3 and then depossess, it goes to robot. Now if I'm in there and I touchpad it, it's at robot. Now when you depossess, it stays as robot because that's what it is. So I'm not 100% sure on the detailing of this part, the skeleton part yet. I'm going to sit here, fiddle with it, but this puppet I don't know whether it will get released. I have a version of it, which is an early version, but I can't say whether this version here itself will get released. The version that's public, if I go here, oh there it is right there, it's playable, it's like a demo, it's, I think I showed it the other day, it's the basic puppet with the ability to toggle between full puppet, humanoid puppet, and then points of interest. So just sort of put this up on YouTube, let people who like, if you've got dreams and you follow me and stuff like that, you can see what I'm up to. The puppet itself, I'm thinking it's for my practice, myself, fiddle, it's something I wanted to do, so I've done it. I don't think it's going to get released. I might do a release of it as a playable, but if I do that, I'll probably give it like a little, I don't know, something that you can play around, like an area you can walk around in. It's going to be too, when it's in this mode, it's going to make the robotic noises, so you hear the joints, and then when you're in that mode, it's not so much. The plan was, as you take damage, parts will fall off. But to do that, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I'm thinking of, because when you're in like this, if I go to edit mode, I view all, making it so that at the moment, when it's on the puppet, as you can see here, they don't move any like that. All I'm thinking of doing is as you take more damage, it switches from not movable to movable, so it'll fall off. But I'm not 100% sure how it's going to react on the ground once it hits the ground. So we'll see. But the plan was, as you take damage, so if you lose 10 points of damage, one of your forearms will fall off or something like that. And then the undercarriage of that will show. But the way I've got it wired up right now, it's not exactly set up for that, but it's set up for the entire thing. So you got a frame or a skin, but it's easy enough just to rewire that for each segment. So I just sort of put it up here, let you see. Again, if you see something on my creations and you think, oh, that's cool, can I have my own version? Throw me a message. If it's doable, I'll do it. If it's not doable, I'll let you know. If it's plausible, I'll give it a look. So I'm out of here. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all next time. See yous.